Welcome to Wine Tasting with Mary at Tassone's in Baldwinsville. Yeah. I went out late last night, people, and I can't even think of what I'm saying. How about I start that again?
Yeah.
Welcome to Wine Tasting with Mary at Tassone's Wine Garden in Baldwinsville. We have a whole new draft beer selection, people. This right here is Swallow Wit by Middle Ages, local. Stay local. I support local. I gotta take another sip because it's really good beer. So this Swallow Wit, it's a Belgian beer, and it is has like a light wheat, light coriander, little bit of banana flavor, and not heavy on the citrus because I'm not big on the citrus taste, but it's just enough where it just is a great combination. Take this out on our patio overlooking the Seneca River, and man, that makes for a good day. So this Swallow Wit I would pair with our ultimate burger. It's huge, it's juicy, just melts in your mouth, onions, peppers, mushrooms, cheese, you name it, it's on it. It's fantastic. You know what? Why don't you just take a look at it? This week only, you can swallow it for $4. So one of my most memorable moments in my whole career is when I used to work on a military base over in Spain, doing this business, all their catering, USO shows, you name it, birthdays, weddings, everything, on the military base. And it was the most rewarding, unbelievable experience of my entire life, because I have the utmost respect for all our men and women that serve our country. And this week with Independence Day, all I can say is thank you wholeheartedly to all our military. I get emotional because it was an amazing experience to be able to, you know, they would be out to sea for like 8 months, come in, and you know, and I was the one who put on functions so they could sort of let loose and get away, you know, get away from that a little bit. It was incredible. It was one of my last functions there, and they were all Marines that came in. There was like 200 of them, and they just came off a ship, and I got to be friends with one of the guys because they're usually there for like 10 days, and he was the head one, like planning this party, right? So I got to know him really well, and we got talking. He hated spiced food, like spicy stuff. So here we have like 200 of them, and I douse his prime rib with Tabasco sauce. This was so funny. And I send it out. I have another one ready, but I send it out in the middle of this function. Now, he's one of the bigwigs at one of the head tables, and he goes, he can smell it, right? So I'm in the back of the room, and because I had to translate, because I had to do it all bilingually for everyone, and he stands up in the middle of the function, stops the function, and he calls the lowest ranked guy in the whole thing. And the guy stood up and he said something to the effect that, just so you don't think that we're being served anything different than you, he goes, I'll trade dinners with you. I shit you not. It was so funny. And the kid was sitting there sweating, just eating this prime rib. And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm standing there with her, and he literally, the lowest ranked guy was just, I mean, this sucker was so hot. It was so funny. I was like, what are you doing? I'm in the back of the room. I had to leave the function because I was laughing so hard. Oh my God, it was so funny. That was one of the stories. There's several more.